Hey everyone, welcome to my Big Dig world. This is just a quick video I've decided to set in Minecraft for two reasons. One, I wanted something in the background to talk, a bit like my hiatus video. But also, I wanted to store this video for posterity because it's a mod pack that a friend and I have been using, and I'm in creative mode at the moment to fly around. There we go. And you'll notice I also spawned in a hell of a bunch of experience at the bottom. That was done after we'd finished playing, really, just so I could mess around with some stuff. But everything else is done legit with the Big Dig mod pack. I mean, with Big Dig saying, legit is still a bit of a loose term, really, because the idea is, ores and other resources are all just there for the takings. There's no limits on them almost. You can dig, like a stack of 10 diamonds, at level 65 or whatever. They're just everywhere. Stuff is around purely to make things easy to do. Anyway, so I wanted to just store this because I'm quite proud of some of the building achievements here, purely because, like I said, it was all sort of done legit at the time, and I'm quite happy with it. As well as the fact that I also just wanted to sort of mention a couple of things about sort of some video problems we've been having. This is our Galactic Craft, yeah, that's the one, launch pads. There was 3 of them. Only 2 of us ever went, but we had 3 launch pads for somebody else that sort of couldn't make it at the time. But I have to admit, Galacticraft, it was a bit of a disappointment for me anyway. I didn't completely know what to expect, and because I wasn't in F5 mode when we got to the moon, I didn't see the sign saying, press space to brake, basically. And my rocket and everything else I had on me, including my my thoroughly enchanted armor, which is why I spawned in more XP, because I was like, well, I've just spent all that XP enchanting this stuff, and it just blew up with me. Basically, I was like, damn you. So I spawned in a bunch of XP and got myself some new armor. Yeah, so we got there. I blew up. I respawned without an oxygen tank or anything like that, which was obviously fun. And a bit of a glitch there. It happens occasionally because I run the server off my own computer, so everything runs a bit slow occasionally. Yeah, that was it. We got there. We found a couple of sort of NPC kind of domes, and well, that was it. These blue lights, by the way, they're from the power armor. I didn't have it myself, but somebody else had it, and they you get this thing. It's almost like a mechanical mage light is how I think of it. You can fire a light, and it stays there indefinitely. Apparently, just creates like a torch, a light source that just they can spawn themselves. There's no loss to it. This is another quarry I had running. I don't know why I've got this going now, really. We're not going to be using anything from it, but it's just sort of temporary thing going, pumping into this chest. This was a chest in here, I should say. This was our land. There we go. This was our little hangar where I just something to cover up the what do they call this? The NASA workbench. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, this is where I put all the machines before we launched for the moon, and a few of our materials and stuff like that. Like I said, most of them got blown up, which was lovely. This was our work shed. This was huge, and I have to admit, the texture pack, which is Sphax, most people probably know it already, it's a bit give and take. Some bits are in there, some bits aren't. When I built this place, it was more white than this because I had the original texture. I didn't have everything so pink, but I have to admit, it's still a nice building. I like it. We got a couple of bits of forestry going on where I had some bees running, but they lagged everything so much. People couldn't stay logged in at all. Because the amount of bees we produced purely to sort of get the breeding cycles running and things like that, and the pollination of the trees, it lagged horribly. So we gave up on that. I wasn't too bothered. I have to admit, I'm not too bothered about the trees. It's just various coloured woods. Just building, really. What do I need different coloured woods for? We got all sorts thrown around. This is here purely to sort of help sort out some of the ores and stuff. Obviously, we pound them into dust and we get double what we want. So that helped even better. I mean, the odd thing, if you get a pickaxe with silk touch, you can get diamond ore, which you can then smelt, or you can smelt into like double the diamonds. No, not smelting. That's it. You have to pound it. That's the one. Like with the whatever they call it, the pounding machine. I don't know. This was where we started. We saw this tree and we thought, this is nice. We're starting here. We added all these fences in because we kept finding every time we came out the tree there was a skeleton or a creeper stood right here. So we added all that because it gets so much shade from the tree. It's ridiculous. You can literally go. We based this on rainfall. You can get to this far without being hit by rain, and then it starts here. So as soon as it was raining, we measured out how far we had to go, and we built some fences. And then of course anything outside the fence gets burnt, or at least can't make it to the door to stop us, because they can go all round the house, but at least they can't get in. So this is where we started. This is why it's all full of chests and all that kind of stuff. We built upwards because we were like, wow, we can have we could just keep going. But then the thing is, after the second floor, we ran out of ideas because we didn't want all the machines we were producing to be in the house. Oh, this is lovely piece of work, piece of art by a friend of mine. I built a little balcony, but I couldn't even be bothered finishing it. I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it sort of sorted out. Anyway, right. I'm dilly-dallying. There's so much to see. I don't want to make this, eternal. That's these are some lovely trees come from the nether. So they're on a bit of soul sand there. We've got some nether wart, and that's a bush. I think it's called like a evil bush or something like that, a vile bush, something along those lines. Anyway, so we started in there, and then we expanded out. We found a few bushes, so I decided to turn that into a little hanging garden here. It was quite nice. This is a eucalyptus tree, which is I find it weird that the leaves look so plasticky. It's odd, but the other ones are cherry trees. I like them. That's why we've got a few of them around. This was where we started our bees. As you can see, we had a few rows going. Eventually, even down to just one of these rows of bees, we had them pumping round. Oh, some of those pumps are still on. Never mind. Engines. Anyway, they, you can see all the flowers around. They pollinated everything, and we started on these trees. We got some larch. They're quite nice. They're sort of a really sort of purpley, pinky kind of wood. We got a couple of bull pines and things like that. But I went through a shed ton of bronze just using it on grafters, but it lagged so horribly. These pipes would just be chock-a-block with bees, and we couldn't come anywhere near here without the place crashing. That's my farm. I'll get to that in a second. That was the last thing. Multicoloured sheep, mainly in the colours we needed for tanks, because you need a bit of wool for air tanks to going into space. So we had some sheep, we had some cows. This is my automated farm. So originally they were in here, and I thought, I don't like them being just cooped up in here. We can't really produce many, and they're under a roof. Yeah, it keeps them sheltered. Hello, dog. His name's Jeff. That's a chocobo. Ignore that. But I thought, they've got to have a bit of free roaming. So I already had this farm here, and so I just penned it in a bit and made sure they couldn't get over. I know they technically can't climb walls, but I wanted to make sure they couldn't, glitch through or anything, start eating the wheat if they can do that, or at least trampling it or anything along those lines. So just put some fences around. Then I expanded it even further, and we coloured a few of the sheep, and we bred a few of the cows, and this is it now. Really, this is our wheat farm, which is powered underneath by peat engines. Oh, pretty starting to run out a bit now. Yeah, never mind. Worry about that later. And this is our peat farm, which isn't running at the moment because it's sort of it's a pain sort of making bog earth for it. Just because I've got to find sand. It sounds weird, but even though I'm quite near a desert, actually digging the amount of sand required to make a good amount of bog earth is it's a ball ache, really. But it's just I've got so many other things to be doing, like my farm. I'll get to that. Anyway, I don't need it now. We've got enough peat to run engines for quite some time. There's loads in the shed over there. Oh look, it's raining again. Lovely. I shan't bother getting rid of it at the moment. It's getting dark anyway. I should just ignore that. This is the pièce de résistance, my farm. This was the last thing I did, really. We went into space last. We went to the moon, but whilst I was waiting for a friend to come online so we could do that, I built this. Now, Don't get me wrong, I didn't, like, you know, knock it up going, oh, you know, I'll just hang around for half an hour. This took 3 days. There was originally a hill here, and it started out as the idea was to have a simple farm, a patch for all the different, because you get all sorts of berries and such in Big Dig as well. So there was going to be a patch for all the different berries, and of course we wanted pumpkins and watermelons and stuff like that. And then, and my idea was to make it tiered on the hill. Unfortunately, sort of the hill was taller than it looked, so the tiers got sort of bigger and bigger to try and spread it out. I wanted it looking open, a bit like a farmland kind of area. Oh, world holes, lovely. But with every tier I added, it just got bigger and bigger until eventually you've got this. Now I'm very proud of it. Like I said, built legit. I went through so much experience, just on my shovel alone. I basically leveled a hill and built it again. And this is our little shed at the end. Yes, thank you. We'd like to have a wall at the back there. And strangely enough, there isn't much in here. I expected it to look like a shed. It turned it more into a little cabin, really. There's a couple of logs on the side there, and I had nothing to put at the back because I wanted everything enclosed here so that stuff didn't come in and eat it and all that, and or trample it or anything else. So they're all fenced off. So at the back I've just put some bushes in to cover up this hill here, this little recline into the valley, so to speak. Got a few pumpkins. This was meant to be having sort of a Hagrid's hut kind of look about it, but there's not much you can do in Minecraft that leads to that. You know, you can't sort of put twigs and tools and stuff lying around it. You know, there's no wheelbarrows or anything like that. I had no ideas for being able to do anything like that, so I just left it as is. Bit of dirt, a couple of pumpkins, and yeah, that's it really. I mean, yeah. Anyway, but that's the tour of the place. It's not huge, but well, okay, this is, you know, but it's taken us some time to sort of really build up to this. You know, we've been doing this for a couple of months now, sort of off and on, sort of joining on whenever we can. And oh yeah, we got a quarry over there. We got everything runs pretty much on solar power or peat-fired engines. What's the chest there? Oh, what's this? Right, and this is 2 quarries. We had a sort of smaller one here, which has gone all the way down. Then I made a larger one here and sort of overlapped it, so it's just one hole. Hello, and let's just check. There we go. And yeah. This all just the 2 arrays here. I keep calling them arrays. They're like advanced generators or something. They feed into this energy cube, and whilst it's daylight, oh Jesus Christ, they actually keep the place I mean the quarry. They keep it powered quite well. When one of these generators will power it, but you won't get any kind of storage after that. It's literally sort of like a 1-for-1 power on the quarry. Whereas 2 of them, I nicked it from somewhere else because they're a bit of a pain to make as well, just resource-wise. That, when it's proper daylight, will at least give us some storage, so it can then run it on through into the night. Because I kept having it would just stop at night time, and that's the same with the other one because it's only running on the one generator. But like I said, I'm not too bothered about that anyway. And look, this is Big Dig for you. I mean, this chest has been emptied a couple of times, and it's still bringing out stacks of ores. Oh. Something falling down over there. There's no diamonds in it at the moment, which is surprising. Normally, every time I look, I've got a small stack of them. And I had a void pipe. I've got a void pipe up here with cobblestone and dirt running into it. After these all filled up, I thought I'd better do something because it was going nowhere and it's of no use. So previously we had a Tekkit server running where you had all the equivalent exchange and all that. That's useful. You just pump it into a condenser, you know, free money basically as far as condensers are concerned. This is our nether portal tree. I'll show you that. Yeah, so there's no real point to any of it at the moment, you know, for dirt or cobblestone. Unless you want to build with it, that's it. So we just send it off into the void pipe. This is our portal up here. This took a little while to dig out as well. Yeah, it's a nice little pastime, just listen to a bit of music or something, and dig out a tree. Why not? It bugged us because we wanted to make it square, because of course these trees are an even number. So we were like, we'll stick it in the middle, but of course that doesn't work, because you've got to have, although it can be an even number wide, I made everything odd, if that makes any sense, because I didn't want it all even. I dug it out so that we could have an odd door. Here we are. Actually, maybe the trees are odd numbers wide. Oh, okay. That would be wide. The trees are odd numbers wide. So we have one door. I don't want a double door. We've got a single door. And so then, of course, we get up here, and portals have to be an even number wide. We can't make it 3 wide in the middle. It has to be 2 by 3. So we just filled it in with a bit of obsidian to try and make it look vaguely normal. I suppose I could actually maybe put a painting on there or something. Oh, no, that's not my regular inventory. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could put a painting on the side or something. Yeah, whatever. It's all by the by. Like I said, we're pretty much finished with this now. We're going to move on to something different and have a look around at that. I think the next task is sort of a feed the beast. We had a look at it, but it crashed because they updated and the server wouldn't update with it or something along those lines. I've got to look into it. But anyway, so that's all that. A few of those mage lights up the tree there. Oh yeah, we've got chickens down here. I can never keep chickens for long. The amount of times I get them to breed, and I throw eggs in here, and we'll get up to maybe 6 or 7, and then I think they keep drowning themselves or something along those lines. I can never get a stock of chickens. I'm thinking I might just have to get rid of the water if I want to keep them. Anyway, on to what I was going to say otherwise. Yeah, my videos have been really few and far between recently. Various things. It started out that I couldn't produce them in HD, which I was getting really picky about. I was like, I want them in HD because I'm doing them in HD, and then Movie Maker wouldn't work because I was working on free stuff. I was like, I can't afford to upgrade any software. Anyway, I found some cheaper software. It's not going to be it wasn't so expensive. I'm working with that, but the problem is I'm now working with old footage, so it's sort of being re-edited, and I keep losing sync occasionally because I use 2 different things to record. If I do the audio through Fraps, it screws up horribly because you can't sort of manipulate game and voice audio, so it sounds terrible, or I'm completely drowned out by the game, whichever. So I do them separately and then I sync them up afterwards. Never been a problem with Movie Maker. For some reason there's an incompatibility with this new stuff. My best mate thinks I should just get rid of it, but I'm like, no, I paid out for it, I'm keeping it, and I should just persevere and hope that sort of new stuff recorded will sync up a bit better now I have some of the settings sort of arranged properly. This is my Chocobo, by the way. I can't remember what we named him. I didn't name him. I can't remember. Lucius or something like that. Something weird. I keep getting multicoloured sheep disappearing and reappearing as well. There's sort of, I mean, look, there's a green one over there. He started out in the farm. I know that because we haven't coloured any other sheep. What the hell's he doing there? I don't know. They're getting out somewhere. Yeah, so that's basically, the stuff is on its way. It's being slowly sort of edited and put out there. I've had a sort of tough couple of months, so it's been sort of as and when I feel like it, really, which hasn't been often, I have to admit. But that's all by the by. I'm excited to get it done, and Lost Crown, I have to admit, as much as I rant on it, I hate to say it, but I love the game. It's great, and I want to get to the end. I want to show you guys the end, and then I want to move on to something else. That sounds weird, say I like it, but I want to move on. But it's been going on long enough, I think. The new footage is being sort of edited with that in mind. I want to show you guys the game, but I don't want to show you guys too much pissing about like I have been. So my apologies for that, wasting people's time a bit. But I'll try and improve that in the future. And look, this colour shape. And hopefully we can finish shortly. We can get that all sorted out. Butterflies. I have no idea what the butterflies do. There's a Lepidopterus pack. Nothing to me. No idea. We didn't explore that at all. And it's snow. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get on with that, get it finished, move on to something new. I might do a bit of Minecraft. People have said to me that Minecraft videos would be nice, and it would be nice to have my friend join me. Sort of we can do a bit of, but I don't know. There's so much Minecraft out there. What can I possibly offer that other people aren't already doing? And okay. Ooh. I meant to do that. Okay, I could offer people my friends, because they're not in anything else, but I don't know. What's dying? Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I might do a bit of Minecraft. I might just do the occasional vid saying hi, look at this. It's quite interesting. I don't know. That's still, maybe. But I've definitely got a couple of games coming up that I really want to do, and I'll work on them when I can. But otherwise, yeah, this is my farm, now stored for posterity. Like I said, me and a mate worked on it, and we're quite proud of it, and we just want to make sure it's not gone forever, but we probably won't be logging in again. And that'll be that. We'll move on to something else, as we have done in the past. Yeah, so, yeah, anyway, thanks for listening to my ramblings, and I hope future videos will be more interesting and forthcoming. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.